Hola, hola amigos, bienvenidos una vez más a un nuevo capítulo de Baldur's Gate 3. Y por fin hemos llegado a las torres de Alzaluna, en la planta baja, justo a las entradas. Llegamos a la ciudad maldecida de Shar, pero aquí no hay maldición porque usan ese tipo de lámparas que contienen hadas adentro. Una hada nos concedió su poder por su propia voluntad. Y ahora vamos a tratar de averiguar si podemos conseguir algunas misiones aquí, comerciar y descubrir el secreto de la absoluta.
Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Sospecho que tiene relación con la ciudad. Tal vez para levantar la maldición.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. RELL and KETHERIC are working on some poor worm.
Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Están hablando de mí. Qué bonito cuadro.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing RELL now.
RELL. ¿RELL es la demonio que capturaron?
To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
I have something to ask you.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
Es por eso que hay varias caravanas de estos peregrinos.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the general.
Y se están uniendo.
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword.
Y es lo mismo. Cada vez llegan más a unirse a los ejércitos de la absoluta. Creí que la absoluta recibía a todos los creyentes.
Not for me to say. All I know is they're bloody useless round here.
Igual que tus enanos que murieron abajo. Tienen potencial. De la nada pueden surgir grandes guerreros.
No doubt. Isn't for me to question them above me. I'm sure you know your business. I'll see they get all the help they need, true soul. And they'll need quite a bit.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern bearer.
Siempre ayudando.
It's Roa you want? We only talk when you've misbehaved.
Rua. Ella no es la comerciante que huyó de donde los goblins estaban.
A new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Ya nos conocemos. Los troneo. Si ya nos hablamos. Dice, si ya nos habíamos conocido en el campamento goblin.
Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul. A pity neither of us saw what happened.
Es verdad, huyeron antes de masacrar a todos los goblins. ¿En serio? ¿No viste nada?
Nothing worth repeating. Corpses don't much go in for commerce. Here, though, look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together, and quite a fool who draw their ire. Hmm?
Déjate de juegos, ¿qué estás haciendo aquí de verdad?
I'm not the one putting on an act, true soul. Though I'd mind how well you mouth your prayers. Spend enough time in this place, and you might just start to believe them. But look at me, preaching, when I'm only here to serve. Anything to trade, true soul?
Creo que ella es una espía de los arpistas. Debe de ser. Vio nuestros actos ahí en la fortaleza Goblin, no dijo nada. Aquí sí tienen muchas cosas buenas.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Karlach, ¿quién es Flo?
Florenta the Garrotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me.
¿Supone una amenaza?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
Un favor. O sea, nos quiere cobrar un favor. ¿Pero por qué? Mejor no aceptar nada que nos ofrezca una diableza. Es demasiado arriesgado.
Cambion, but you're right. Then again, they could really come in handy.
No creo. Después los matamos y cogemos las monedas.
All right, suit yourself. Have a trade or whatever. Then, let's get out of here.
¿Qué es?
Suit yourself.
I've got all sorts on offer, if you're worthy of them.
Aquí están las 3 monedas. Creo que es adicta a las monedas. Es muy posible que sea adicta a las monedas de alma. No me esperaba esa reacción. Hablemos un poco con nuestros compañeros, a ver qué opinan de haber alcanzado nuestra meta de llegar a las torres de Alzaluna.
Why are we slowing down?
Así que tienes una amiga en Averno, nunca lo comentaste.
You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
Le dio una nota, ¿qué decía?
Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
Lástima, parece que era importante para ti, por poco que fuera.
I guess she did. Much as it makes me want to puke to admit it. Devils, you know. Fucking devils. They really screw with you, don't they?
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Estamos en mitad de la maldición de las sombras. ¿Puedes contarme algo más sobre cómo disiparla?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
Un niño llamado Tamiel, convertido en la fuente de la oscuridad que azota esta tierra. ¿Qué debo buscar exactamente?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Hablemos con nuestra Arabella.
Leave me alone!
No quiero hablar.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh.
No sé qué dice. Esta respuesta está increíble. ¿Te refieres a corazón sombrío? Por los dioses, me gustaría abandonarme con ella a los placeres de la carne.
Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
Buena respuesta. Aquí está Mick.
Hush! Meat sounds above. Here.
Creo que te lo estás imaginando.
No! Make no meat! This big meat in walls above. Maybe whole tower. You find meat? You share.
Bueno, eso trata. ¿Quién sabe qué hay arriba? Tal vez un gusano gigante. Y un gato. Garra de acero.
These are the stalking grounds of Steelclaw, furless one. Tread lightly. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
Perdona, ¿te llamas Garra de Acero?
It is a name I earned through bloodshed and death. Unfortunately, the more ignorant here refuse to use it. Fluffers, they call me. Idiots.
Bicho rastrero. ¿Se llaman renacuajos?
Their name matters not, merely their demise. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards.
¿Sabes que ese renacuajo está muerto, no?
Lies, it merely pretends. But I'm a patient hunter. I will wait for it to stir, and then I will strike. Now I must return to my prey. It has been too long since it felt the bite of fear.
Respeto mutuo. Es una sotamente eso. Si lo movemos un poco. ¿Ya se durmió?
Quiet, lest I miss its cries for mercy.
¿Qué pasará si lo recojo?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
That parasite was mine! Spend your days in fear, furnace one, for I will return to dig my claws into your eyes and rip out your brains!
Eso para gatos.
I'm way too big.
Araj Oblodra, trader in blood and the sanguineous arts. It is a pleasure to stand before a true soul, and your pale companion. I'd like to offer my services, if you're willing.
¿A qué se dedica un comerciante de sangre exactamente?
I trade in blood, and the potions that can be wrung from it. I'm more than happy to make you one, if you'd honor me with your blood. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
¿Y qué harás exactamente con la sangre que te quedes?
Research, naturally. A little experimentation, perhaps. I have an innate curiosity for all things sanguine.
¿Pero qué clase de poción es esta?
No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together,
Suena bien. Manos a la obra.
Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. Although perhaps there's one more thing we could discuss. Your friend. He's a vampire, no? Or one of their spawn, at least.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. I assume he belongs to you?
Hace todo lo que digo. Seguramente se enoja mucho. Viaja a mi lado nada más.
Ah, it's like that. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
Eso es lo más extraño que ya he visto. ¿Por qué no quiere morderle? Me sorprendes, Astarion. Creía que aprovecharías una oportunidad como esta.
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank.
Ahora tiene sentido todo. ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Qué le pasa a su sangre?
I can't say. It just smells wrong. Unnatural. Drinking it wouldn't kill me, but it would not be pleasant.
I don't have all day, true soul.
Haz de tripas el corazón y pégale un mordisco de una vez.
Fine. I'll do it. Darling, I've had a sudden change of heart. After all, who could resist such a delectable neck? Hold very, very still.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, hells.
Not to your taste.
You're fetid, full of corruption.
I feel exquisite, though. So here's my part of the bargain. I hope you find it as satisfying as I found this. It was everything I imagined, and then more. I'll be able to put this to good use.
Ahí está. Sí, el Astarion. Lo puso muy bien. Pero todo tiene un precio, ¿no? Ah, es gratis en nuestro grupo. Ah, aquí está, poción de vigor perpetuo. Ursen 2. Recompensa recibida por morder a Araj Oblodra. Hay quien llama al vampirismo el don oscuro o el beso tenebroso. Seguramente referencia a su relación prohibida con la luz del sol. La realidad es que sí proporciona dones en abundancia, como puede comprobarse con esta poción.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
Nunca había visto un gnoll domesticado.
Soft and sweet as pudding, isn't he? He no longer remembers his life in the wild. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
¿Has estado al frente de la Absoluta?
I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
¿Qué tal si baila?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
que podrías eliminar su control. Reforzar sus esfuerzos con los tuyos. ¿Y eso qué significa?
The weight of the assault drives the gnoll to his knees, defiance melting away like snow in summer.
For all the power she lends us, I am still only an imperfect vessel. Here, I meant this as a treat for Barnabas, but he doesn't deserve it now. You'll do well when you meet the Absolute, I think.
¿Cómo puedo conocer a la Absoluta?
Please, RELL, and you will be called to ascend to the tower top. Many have gone before you, though not all have returned.
Líder influyente.
The Absolute is giving you a second chance, loves. Don't waste it.
Mi brazo amputado. Ah, qué buen regalo. Dentro está THORM, el jefe de toda esta operación. No sé si entrar, que podría terminar todo mal. Pero adentro está la acólita que se supone que nos puede contactar con la Absoluta, que es la Discípula RELL. Ahora hay una forma de averiguarlo, entonces vamos a entrar. Vamos a usar nuestro collar para aumentar aún más nuestro carisma.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
Eso. Observemos en silencio.
Mercy, General! Please!
General THORM?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You know I'm loyal! Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
Los goblins. Nuestros goblins. No son nuestros goblins. Podemos atacarlo aquí y ahora. Y podemos abogar por los goblins. Tal vez nos ayuden en la batalla final. Son soldados fieles, deberían liberarlos.
See? What I tell ya? Praise the Absolute.
Faith without action is anemic, sickly, in a word, useless. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them quickly.
What? No!
sneaking old bag of shit!
Wow.
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
Wow.
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
Asentir con brusquedad.
Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
Una palabra más, es más. Y ahora, si digo que los guardias los suelten, seguramente KETHERIC no le va a gustar. Vamos con esta.
Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
Your merciful streak will be the death of us one day. Let's hope Z'rell won't be too angry.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
Oh, aquí sí hay muchos enemigos.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciple Z'rell?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself.
Vamos, persuasión. Ahí está. No llegarán lejos. Que la maldición se los lleve y nos ahorre el trabajo de limpiar sus entrañas.
Very pragmatic, but very boring. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
Poder de persuasión. Deseos románticos. Engañarla, llenar tu mente con pensamientos de amor por la absoluta.
There is a tremor of shared ecstasy as she finds a mirror to her own desire.
Perfect. You crave what all true souls should, to be touched by the Absolute. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Muéstrame el poder que te dio.
Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General THORM. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
¿Y por qué debería servir al General THORM?
You feel her presence in your head again. She grips your mind, squeezing until your vision blurs with pain.
The General is the Absolute's chosen. Serving him is a great privilege, one that I'm beginning to doubt you deserve.
She's offering a way forward. You would be wise to play along.
Lo siento, ¿qué tengo que hacer?
There is a relic that General THORM requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the THORM family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home.
¿Y si Balthazar está muerto?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters.
¿Qué es exactamente la reliquia que mandó a recuperar?
It is something that General THORM desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
Hablar de la reliquia te pone nerviosa. ¿A qué se debe? Híjole. Bueno, podemos usar inspiración.
I am in awe of the power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General THORM will not leave Moonrise without it.
Dices que perdieron el contacto. ¿A qué te refieres?
And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry.
La reliquia es vital para los planes de KETHERIC. Deberías apoyarme más.
Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you.
Entendido.
The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Recuperamos la inspiración. Otra inspiración.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
¿Y qué tengo que hacer para ascender?
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciples RELL has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Y esos esqueletos. Ahora la absoluta practica necromancia.
Her design does not end at the grave, Blessed One. You will serve, whether you ascend or fall, and I find use for even the fallen. I hope that is some comfort to you.
Wow, aquí está lleno de cadáveres diseccionados. No me digan que estos son de la caravana. Esta debe ser la habitación de Baltasar. Estoy más que seguro que él es uno de los demonios que me enviaron a buscar.
This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince? Let's see.
Aquí puedes ir más abajo. Mucha sangre.
I need a quick word.
Be a dear and strike me deaf. Our guests are especially sobby today.
¿Y qué es? Los invitados. Cámara de torturas.
A new face. Do as the warden says, when she says, and you'll be fine.
Aquí está. Encontramos a la caravana.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the...
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only.
Tengo permiso de Baltasar. Pregúntale a él.
Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in.
¿Qué planean los gnomos?
I can't read bloody minds. Go on, before someone sees.
Muchos de esos ojos.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly?
Podría ayudarlos a salir de aquí, aunque eso tendría un precio.
Were I to get such help, I'd be appreciative. But why would a true soul be offering?
Barcus me dijo que estabas aquí y me pidió que te diera una mano.
Barcus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn.
Hablemos del plan de huida. ¿Qué necesitas?
Efficient? Good. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdo, make sure a guard doesn't see you. Or we're both done for.
Hay que entregarle
I feel it. Hollow behind the back.
algo que corte barrotes. Ya debe ser la carcelera. Alcaidesa.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
¿Quién es el discípulo de Baltasar?
My, they are letting all sorts become a true soul these days. He is chief advisor to General KETHERIC, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him.
Seguro que confiscas muchas cosas interesantes de los prisioneros.
Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
Estoy buscando un prisionero en concreto, el Duque Ravenguard.
He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care.
Haz lo que pueda para impresionarte.
A pity you're already failing then.
Nuestro pueblo ya ha sufrido bastante en el Turen, como para terminar aquí encerrado a manos de uno de los suyos. ¿No te molesta?
Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, true soul. You would do well to remember that.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. If this place ever gets a clear day.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, true soul, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo.
¿Dónde se dirigen estos barcos?
Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland, but we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way.
¿Por qué la Absoluta quiere declararle la guerra a la ciudad?
Locals need to see her truth. Take their place in her design. Or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much either way.
¿Qué traen de cargamento?
Nothing of note. Just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
Espadas. Bueno amigos, aquí me despido. Este es el final de este capítulo de Baldur's Gate 3. Aquí en el puerto donde se está preparando la guerra contra la puerta de Baldur. Gracias y nos veremos en el siguiente capítulo. No olviden de suscribirse y darle like.